case. T. The politics cassette, textbooks. Then the commission's counterclaim, the asylum counterclaim, the DHS overstretch cassette, and the cosmopolitanism cassette.
Wheels to Ed Candy. I read it before.
Two conceded impacts to the one I see first racism and peace chain and coking up from the one I see indicates failure of tracking towards labor perspective locks in a victim horde economy fails to be women regulated steel and peace commandments indicates only we are able to give individual agency to turn the way in which they make a choice of themselves that has to be reevaluated through the TVPS piece of solace and from the one I see indicates that only this minimum reframing trafficking is able to change agency policy seconds everyday life. These are Jeffrey Hughes, bourgeois, from the one indicates that failed to take responsibility for the values we see in our everyday life. The largest proximate cause of war and genocide makes their criminal impacts inevitable to the only way to mobilize population for warfare is by abdicating responsibility, allowing the seeds of genocide to be planted. The status quo only result in labor migration problems, labor exploitation losses. Take that responsibility. Otherwise, otherwise exploitation. Now, there are two pieces of ethics arguments or pieces of negative evidence indicates politics is not relevant. We have to be concerned with the value. Towards particular immigration policy, it would make not to be politics or read some politics says that this their consequence arguments are fine, but it shouldn't be evaluated through utilitarianism. It inevitably creates more wars, working fine, especially the consequence and should be standing perfectly terms of guilt, planning to serve the thoughts, limit, must be figured out another unbearable human because and self-defies which meant to use utilities, how much meaning giants, meaning all skills, fighting like person, given to realization, and rational role in nature, pursuit, the idea means ultimate and blends this connecting for chancellor and the tool that looks for principle oppression, humanity, the tool of very nature of the oppressive, the most efficient manner oppression terms like they're always fighting life to correct the conscience are affirmative because only in order to feel the agency to determine the value for their own life in the first place. Only the affirmative is able to resolve trafficking concerns because we agree for the TVP itself. The top county are being substantially 14 million undocumented immigrants who now have the possibility for kids to grow up from 1 to see in its millions. Those are exploited by the employers. Everybody has the possibility of being eligible for that. And these are counter-information eligible. It is the possibility of the ability to apply to be eligible for a visa. Their evidence indicates you have to have the visa that were available for you, not one if they actually give the visas. Otherwise, all from this become probabilistic. Means that means the top county business person can be interpretation of bad calls to cause race to the bottom. Always look down affirmative or outside counter-interpretation. You have to have eligibility the positive increase in gains to make a positive move towards eligibility or interpretation. They limit all the possibility of TVs. Also means you have to necessarily lift the cap on other pieces in order to be topical means. It possible to always lose the cap. The tax cuts the tax list says it won't be extended to unity. Wrong. 10-25 no majority Democrats agree specifically tax cuts of 50 or 60 lost the Senate from the real polls won't be top of the agenda. Wrong. 10-25 Congress will budget expires September 3rd. Congress feel the revolution could get ahead of tax cuts so that they'll expire 5 years west of versus 10-29 more like taxes for life. Democratic Senate so they'll proposal extremely skittish from the defense president will blame for exploitation prides and drag action until 2011 only when you get the deal with the White House capitulate would be treacherous or a limit of politicians harder than death or breath and appetite for extra deal making them require the taxes and increase tax cuts. No chance of passing Trump in post 10-21 tax cuts for state and we will already limit the chance of Democrats to vote in the same based on labor majority regarding this possible exception of politics funded by the disadjust democracy use of facade of macro political structures to crush public sphere of the everyday life facilitates neoliberalism, economic rationalities, and population management deeds. 92 democracy is breach of the important junction between the world struggling democracy across the public democracy gradually disappearing the lead. Decision making is not rest open public assembly. The considered manufactured workplace reproduce the entire worker practice hidden by substance of open irrational relation inaccuracy and concept of market demanding public interest plus largely obsolete understanding communication process practice reduction of the political process made election means political and eventual market debt everyday life practice local considered democracy laws as high practice reaching decision rather solely media selecting official conditions otherwise stated on merely, and how the line is for inadequate public participation impact from one of these pieces draw up indicates public participation, and ability to determine the endpoint of our global democratic process, and inevitable extinction, otherwise self-determination possible internally turns their own movement up to economic collapse is inevitable, Hungary and force of some associated with global economic party, most beneath practical illusion of fossil fuel, this phosphate trickling to cleaning for capital for production, directive for capital gain, level of global China can ensure local American and unprecedented unsustainable over shutters long-term carry passage on the resources center collapse, and now the decoupling is true now, and North American aid from the streets will help over trend emerging market fair with the crisis reward finance with common people that is a relentless for other foreign as exposure to toxic and financial assets. The commission's counterplan fermentation to do the counterplan our interpretations that is that counterplans have to be able to actually functionally dependent or legitimate counterplans get impede off the probability passage or illegitimate because should means desirability not probability there in our dishas to the politics counterplan dishas to the commission kind of fetishize the process in which we get to make the same way the link to politics dishas means that the counterplan can never result the plan means individuals will not take up the endpoint of the commission itself. No solid only indicate that though the recommendation of the commission will not be adopted doesn't provide a shielding argument because their evidence indicates that nobody actually cares what the commission do in the first place. According to the counterplan, we are permutation to do both permutation to do the counterplan only the affirmative statement will resolve the internal net benefit there. First piece of evidence is stripped of the status quo because dissolves evidence is that only integrating into the TVPA the aspects of labor policy will resolve the problem is massive uniqueness. The problem with internal net benefit means that the normal track for T visas remains in the status quo. Means the 5,000 current T visas will always be locked in the same labor exploitation. Only affirmative statement to provide an alternate pathway towards that argument. No argument why the same application requirements will apply. Please, Kim Evans says that we provide a second pathway over doing this piece. The solid sentence indicates that only this is able to become the racist and colonial manufacturing immigration policy. In fact, it's a chain of Koki evidence because this form of racist policy is necessary to cause war and genocide because we don't mobilize population for war. You have to find a racial external enemy. Internal link towards the last piece of evidence. They read only the plan, only the interpretation statement will resolve this question because otherwise we leave all those people who are currently sex trafficked outside, which we do with an external sex trafficking dissent. Their argument leads current victimization.
It's all their internal net benefit arguments.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's what's going on. All right, the overstairs dissent. No nuclear terrorism will lower in the chapter of the lengthy set of hospitals converted would be atomic terrorism, but hospitals around each individual step of the most hospital says second is terrorist large, the list of assassin control, helps find full understanding of the odds against terrorists who come with the atomic bomb. Seemingly very small. Yeah, the affirmatives the impact her to this and increasing crackdowns the border use of residual fear of responsibility for deplorable condition on the other side of the border, policing the border, kept dislocating themselves from a sense of unease and colonial history creates our monolithic discourse security, fears from the border side effect of racist policies, manifests the impact is changing up from what I see Vigo 2. The expansion of security controls refers to international security, political relation, migration, security, operations, claim to respond to new threats, practice, transformation, security, directly, really own immediate interest, designing creation of transnational field, professional plan, the previous professional known to being networks responding to many people identify events, and this politics anxiety seeks to eliminate the unpredictable, unknown parts of ourselves and our politics, not give a feel anxious or destroy the vital electric barrier 93, but desire for serious manifest collection of 7 unpredictable listen to give a little power of fear, direction, unknown will, possible power, set the approximation to the difference of search for truth, percent, regular life, rational, noble, causal, sustainable, need, knowledge, precisely, for uncover everything, unquestionable, light with the ancient fear, the minds of the fear, unknown desire for certainty, produce domestic life, causal relation, the highest on church branch, conversion force, the cosmopolitanism, is that no transition cosmopolitanism now, wins Mr. Massive public backlash, agreement, Arizona laws of fear of perennial immigration means no transition away from South status quo. Their evidence only indicates desirability, not anything else. Only their link goes the wrong direction. It's Coleman in modern practice explanation of logic, space beyond space power needs to be immigration. Similar stories about violence, to control nature of the law, state law, immigrants, government, nuclear, legislative land, face with social machine, immigration law. Certainly capable of bringing down going right there. Their mission of promotion of global liberal democracy is worse possible often entrenched security sphere, legitimate suppression of racist Fouls Ivy, and one looking at democracy, intersection, politics, war, creates a ritual, especially U.S. security, interest, universal law, then iron discourse was banned, maintained force against dimension, well as foreign others, radical democratization, process, trans, for hectic memories, neighbor, freedom, delicate ecology, liberal, function, maintains religious, opposed to alien influence, fear of friendship, liberal, to order, denied, ideology, close, ever treason, and immigration, no possibility, the affirmative is the link that tips the balance if there's overwhelming consensus towards cosmopolitan success.
Okay, my first question is, how do you decide what is a good immigration policy, which is what you said on the case for how we should evaluate whether you should go to neg?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How we decide what's a
How do you decide what constitutes a good immigration policy? That's what you said your framework was for, as opposed to consequences.
I don't think that was my interpretation.
Well, what is your interpretation then of why you judge to go to act? If
That
consequentialism is bad.
No, we didn't say consequentialism is bad. We said utilitarianism is bad.
Okay, sure. Utilitarianism is bad. You read a card that causes war.
Yeah, we read a couple of
How
cards.
does the plan solve that?
Well, we said that's a bad framework for you should evaluate the debate. We agree that you should evaluate.
What the alternative to that is.
Oh,
You
our
look extend your advantage, but I don't know what the criterion
Sure.
is extending your advantage.
That there are questions that exceed the possibility of biological life that are relevant in our calculations. A couple examples. 1AC gross evidence says that we have to revalue the concept of not only what it means to live in this democracy, but also the ability to have agency and full participation in the environment. I think our trafficking advantage is a really good instance of that when we become so securitized fear of the biological protection of individuals from trafficking. Well, right, but those are really good examples of why we need to care about things beyond the pure protection of biological systems.
Next question, why is economic collapse inevitable? Your card is from
Heinrich evidence says
that we use a lot of resources.
Well, it says actually multiple things. The first one is resource. It says that we've already overshot the long-term carrying capacity of Earth, which means that economic decline is inevitable. Well, that's what one of the warrants is. The second one is that it's impossible to maintain the U.S. economy at the levels of growth that's desirable.
Did you read definitions on top of Melody? Yeah, you were like reading off a flow, but I was unclear. Like, are there cards for that?
No. Those were our interpretations. We made counter-interpretation of what the expand and eligible.
Okay, but you did not read a card.
No.
Okay, all right. The argument that you made on the politics dissent about why we crush the public sphere, is that just about why economic rationality is bad, or is that a reason why
that's the reason.
process of doing the plan is bad?
Yeah, that was a process they
Okay, but it's based on what? Using political expediency as a justification?
Sort of. It's based on viewing liberal democracy and the structures of parliamentary democracy as the endpoint of how we should need to negotiate our political strategies. The problem with that is that we need to view the values that are depoliticizing.
I get that, but is your contention that no one would be opposed to your plan, or just that it's irrelevant whether people are opposed to your plan? Because
No.
the card you read seems to indicate that it's still important for there to be some deliberation in a democracy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
and so is it important for the public to have input on whether or not your plan is a good idea?
Well, we think that deliberation needs to take place on the level of values, not at the level of abstract political strategy.
Right, level of values. Cool.